I'm wondering why do all the monsters come out at night? We're going on a walk, buddy. It feels like it's been a long time.
It's been at least a few days.
Yeah.
For sure.
Dude, I feel like I've not seen you in so long. It's so funny. All right, guys. Walks with Cody and Cody, day 23.
Yeah.
Dang, buddy, I got a good memory.
Yes, sir.
Got a good memory, especially for, like, sometimes we record 2 in one day just because I'm like, I need to freaking release some stress, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But today, just filmed a Deadpool and Wolverine thing with Mr. Jay Wilde and Jimmy LaRuski, Dustin McKibben, and it was fun. I think I'm an actor.
Were you Deadpool?
Yeah, I was Deadpool.
I thought I seen that. I'm like, I think that's you.
Do you think I seem like Deadpool?
I think it could be. Yeah, for sure.
I when I was watching him, he just like does the most random stuff. It was so funny. He was just like, there was like right in the beginning of the scene we watched the movie, he was just like sitting here, he was like, "Ooh, bah, bah, bah." He's like going crazy, and then he's just like, "Hey, sorry about that, guys. I was having an emotional breakdown. I'm actually a lot more calm now." Like, and I'm like, dude, that seems so much like me.
That's exactly.
like 3 minutes, I'm like freaking out, like, oh gosh, dang, what the frick? I'm like, okay, hey guys, I'm sorry about that.
Is it Ryan Reynolds?
Yes.
I love him. He's such a good actor.
Yeah, he's so funny. I like him.
Have you ever seen Free Guy? Or,
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that one's funny. At the end of the whole Deadpool thing, I was just like, I don't know if it'll actually be in there or something, but like I didn't take my mask off the whole time, so nobody knew who it was.
Yeah.
So then I just took it off, and I'm like, yes, I am better looking than Ryan Reynolds. and then Jimmy comes in, he's like, no, you're not, and like just messing around. It was fun.
A little duplex to sell, huh?
Little duplex action, dude. I don't even know what I want to talk about today. You know what? You know what we should talk about?
Yeah.
Social. Well, I've talked about it a little bit on the stories, so maybe we shouldn't talk about it. But the social media fast, dude. Everybody keeps asking me about it, and then they're wanting to do it.
I still kind of want to do it, but I haven't
Committed, yeah.
to making a decision.
It's nice, bruh. It's real nice.
You know what else I want to do it with?
What?
Vaping.
Yes.
Like, because it's so hard for me to commit to quitting forever. Maybe I should just commit to doing it for like a week or 2 weeks. Like,
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Same with social media.
Dude, yeah. I love this so much. I was just like on cloud 9 yesterday coming back, and so it's so weird. Like, I was in the best mood all freaking day because I'm like, ooh, I get to talk to people again. I get a comment. I get to look at this. It's so nice. Maybe it was just that rush of dopamine of like, like just freaking like buzzing, dude.
Yeah.
But no, it was freaking nice. And then the funniest part is it was also really nice not being on social media, which I already said in my clips and my stories and stuff. But man, like when you're off of it, it's so nice to be able to post, not think about what you're doing. Like I started going in these internal thoughts. I was literally, I think I told you about this, but I'm literally walking. I got my vest on. I'm like, oh, I could post this. Then I'm like, wait a second. Am I doing this because I want to post it, or am I letting people in on the, am I letting them in on what I would already do? And that sounds like kind of weird to even think about, because most people are like, no, I just do what I do and then I post on social media. But like it starts to mess with you a little bit when it's like you're always letting people in on what you're already doing, right? So a lot of times I live my life and then I just let you guys see what I'm doing in my life. But then sometimes I wonder if I make certain decisions on, okay, I'm going to do this for social media, right? And so it gets very confusing on why I'm doing what, if I'm doing it because I want to do it, or am I doing it because I want other people to see me that I'm doing that? And that gets really freaking weird, especially even when you're like posting about God and stuff. I'm like, okay, am I doing that because I want other people to see this, or am I doing that because that's what I genuinely want to do? Am I wanting to bring people to Christ, or am I wanting to get likes? I don't know, dude. It starts to get really weird in my head. And so anyway, when I do similar things, regardless of if I'm going to post, and I know I'm not going to post, even if my brain thinks, oh, I could post this, I'm not going to, and I still want to do those things that I would normally do anyway.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. So I'm like, all right, this is stuff that I do want to do. I'm not doing it just for social media, because there is no social media.
Right.
So it's pretty nice.
Yeah. That's a wild mind game, you know?
I
think I go through that too.
It really is, dude.
Yeah, like the workouts thing. Like sometimes I'm like, it holds me accountable.
Yep.
But then sometimes I'm like, man, I don't even want to record this. I just want to do my workout.
Yes.
Go on a walk.
Yep.
With myself. You know?
Yep.
It's weird.
100%, dude. That's exactly what it's like. It's like you feel like you're out there all the time, and so yeah, sometimes like, dude, I just want to like not talk to anybody, which is not like me either. Man, it's so weird.
It is weird. Yeah.
Yes, sir. What can I share, dude? It's so funny. I was watching YouTube videos this morning, or I was going to like get on my Wim Hof, and then sometimes like Tony and Dakota page pops up.
Yeah.
And then I saw somebody commented on the one where I was like buying my house. Like, yeah, I bought my house, you know, this long. They're like, sometimes you should just leave this in the draft and not post this. And then I want,
They said?
yeah, like sometimes you just leave stuff like this. Like that was the most pointless video ever. And so it's like, all right, well, thanks, buddy. I was like, sometimes you should just leave your comments in the draft box too, buddy. Dude, you know, I had some people though telling me that they're like, energy-wise, they're like, dude, your energy is infectious, and like that's been super cool. Been going on some dates lately. That's been interesting.
Yeah. How's that going, buddy?
Actually, pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, it's actually been going pretty good. It's so funny how that works, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of women that I would say are very interested. And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't met a lot of them. And so that's the hardest thing about dating too, right? Is like you start dating, you want to get to know them more. You're kind of like on guard or not really showing them too much because you don't want to like get too intimate, because then if you're not interested, then, you know, you don't want to lead them on. But then if you don't be vulnerable, there's no intimacy. You won't even create connection, because without vulnerability, there is no connection. But then if you're too vulnerable, you can't be too, well, you can, but I kind of not be too vulnerable in the beginning, because it's like, okay, I don't want to create that if I'm not actually interested. And so it's just such an interesting dynamic, man. But at the end of the day, what I like to do, especially when I'm going on dates and stuff now, is just like, just love the other person, regardless of what's going to happen. You know, like I can still be friends. I can still give advice. I can still want the best for them. And that's what I've realized too, is just like, I'm going to be nice, caring, loving to every single person that I come in contact with, whether I want to be in a relationship with them or not is irrelevant. Like, that doesn't mean that, oh, I'm going to be in a relationship with you, so now I'm going to be even more nice or more mean. It's just like, I'm just going to be me, which is already like an encouraging, loving, giving person anyway. And so that's what I've decided, is like not a whole lot of expectations, but I've found that it's difficult for me to, I don't like to use the word reject, not be interested in a relationship with women who are really interested in a relationship with me. That's difficult for me for some reason. I just feel bad for some reason of like, oh, they really want to be in a relationship, but I'm just not interested. It's hard for me to be like, hey, sorry, I'm not interested. I've been doing it and practicing it now, but that's difficult because I like to be nice, but honestly, staying in a relationship when you're not interested is not nice either. So that's almost more mean. So that's what I decided. So anyway, that's been my dating experience so far. It's been good. It's been good.
Are you glad that you didn't have like kids right out of like high school and like did what you did? I don't know if glad's the right word.
Yeah, I'll say that's such an interesting question, because like I've thought about that. I love kids so much, so I'd love to have a kid, but man, it would be difficult to have a kid with somebody that I'm not in a relationship with now. So yes and no. Like, I love kids and I love to have a kid, but I would not want a kid if I couldn't be giving that kid an example of like a loving relationship and stuff. So that's very important for me. That's why finding a woman who's like a woman of God, a good mother, a kind, good character. I want to have chemistry. Like, I want to have the same love for that person as they have for me. That way I'm able to show my kid like a good example of a good relationship, because honestly I think it's very difficult to find a good example. So yes and no, but also I wouldn't be able to be where I'm at if I had kids. I know that, because I just know, like, I already love kids so much. Like, even when I meet your kids and stuff, I'm like, dang, like I just like have a love for kids so much that I think it's going to change everything for me. You know, I think it'll change my perception or perspective on like life in general. Because if I already love a kid who somebody else is like a crazy amount, I can't imagine when it's my own and what I would do to make sure that they have like a really freaking good example, good life. I think it's gonna even make me level up in a lot of other ways that I normally wouldn't too.
Yeah.
So funny, I was talking to a girl that I did go on a date with. She has some kids, and so interesting how I kind of feel like the business has been like kids in a weird way. You know, like I have to be the leader, I have to be the example. I don't have to. I feel like I have to. It's like an obligation for me. If I actually want you guys to grow and push yourself in relationships and spirituality and your health and business and stuff, I feel like I have to be the front leader. Like I'm going first. It's kind of like I'm in the freaking front. We're going to war, and I'm at the front of the line. Like hopefully we're using swords, not guns. And I'm at the front of the line, and I'm gonna freaking like show you guys that we're gonna do it. And I might be scared, but I'm gonna do it scared, and I'll do it first. So that's kind of the way I felt. It's very similar with kids. You know, you got to show them, you got to be the example, you got to listen to them, you got to want the best for them, and then you also got to lead, right? You have to lead. Not by just what you say, but they're seeing everything that you do. And like, we're so freaking close that everybody sees everything. Everybody knows who I am, what I do. They know that just stuff on social media that you guys are seeing is not just social media. Like, this is like my life. I do this every single day. I'm not faking anything. And it's obvious. And same thing with kids. You can tell them one thing, but they're going to see what you do. They're going to see your habits. They're going to see you all the time. So anyway, I was just thinking it's so interesting how kids and business, like it almost feels like a similar dynamic, especially when I started talking to her about it. But
yeah, I think what you do is a little more impactful than what you say.
Yeah, 100%.
In any situation, kids, business.
Yeah.
I find that in my own life.
They won't listen to you.
No.
They literally won't listen to you. If they're like, oh, you say this and you're doing something different, they like literally, I don't care if it's business or kids. Yeah. They don't care. Same thing with teachers, dude. I remember teachers in high school, they would tell me these things and I'm like, you're going to tell me how to get wealthy? What's your net worth? Mm-hmm. How much do you make? Why would I listen to you? You know, like that's exactly what you have to, and it's okay to ask those questions. A lot of people feel like mean for asking that. It's not mean, but like if somebody's going to give you relationship advice, financial advice, where are you at in your relationships, right? Like where are you at with your financial situation? And if you're not doing it, it's so interesting how life is not necessarily just knowledge. It's how do you actually apply the knowledge? And the way that you apply the knowledge is by listening to other people who have done it, because we all know what to do. We know how to get a six-pack. We know how to freaking get healthy. You eat right and you work out. But knowing the things and doing the things are way different. And so when you see other people who are actually doing the things, now you realize, oh, what's the mental process you go through when you don't want to? What's your daily action that you do every single day, regardless of what happens? Like, what are those kind of thoughts? What do you do to get yourself out of it? Not just, oh, here's the roadmap and all you gotta do is just go do it. We all know what to do. And so, yeah, talking to somebody who's actually been through it is a lot easier. Same thing with relationships. I mean, we could put it in every situation, but relationships, you know, when you're in a relationship, you know that you should listen to your wife instead of freaking telling her the solution. But what do you do every time? So then you talk to people who are in relationships and you're like, okay, whenever that pops up, this is what I say. And then you could practice doing that. And so it's just listening to people who have done stuff before. Yeah. Actually done what you want to do instead of just taking advice from your parents who are broke, or your teachers who are broke, or the principal who's broke. Like a lot of these people that give you financial advice, they're broke, and that's okay. But just don't take advice from them. Yeah. Go talk to the rich people. But instead, people get upset because the rich people are rich, and then they're like, oh man, like, why would I listen to that guy and stuff? Or like they think that what we share is arrogance or something, when all we're trying to do is share knowledge. It's so crazy to me. And then they just fight against what we say. And it's like, bro, okay, you do whatever you keep doing and you will keep getting what you're getting. Exactly. And it's part of your life, bro. 100%. 100. All right, buddy. Hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. Day 23, Walks with Cody and Cody, dude. We're freaking popping on here, popping off, going to New York.
We're gonna have to get our freaking Carhartts on in a few months, buddy.
Oh,
for
no.
Winter. Oh, you're not.
I won't be here, buddy.
Florida.
Let's go, dude. Honestly, I think a lot of us will end up in Florida.
Dude, that'd be sick.
Yep. So if you're looking for a boyfriend in, no, yes, if you're looking for a Florida man in the wintertime, Collins, Get that boy on camera.
That boy, Ryan.
That boy Ryan Collins got the shade. Oh gosh, he's got the green shades to match the car. He's pissed. All right, let's go interview Ryan real quick.
All right.
Hey Ryan, what do you got going on today, buddy?
Trying to figure out my future right now.
That boy's trying to figure out his future every day. So Ryan likes to come over to the LTD office on Clinton Street. He usually's got a water bottle. What he does is he walks in here, he says nothing to anybody, and he's gonna walk in here, he's gonna get a drink, and then he's gonna walk out, and we do have water over at the other place, but oh man, what do you got there, buddy?
I'm coming to pick up cash.
That boy just comes over here and gets all the money from the bank account, and then he goes and spends it.
No, from you, not the bank account.
Oh, he comes out of my personal bank account and then he goes and spends it. What do you usually spend it on?
More stuff to sell you.
Holy moly.
See if you
Dang.
want 'em, buddy.
Oh, I want them. Are they 32?
Should all be 32, buddy.
Jeez.
Poshmark?
How much? Are they 32 by 32? Or 32 by 30? All right, buddy, whichever ones, you let me know. Okay, how much? What, do you want them or not? 5, 6, 7. We just made a deal.